In this video, we're going to go ahead and look at how to use a TI-84 plus CE to process a quantitative data set and perform a statistical calculation and get the summary statistics for it, such as the mean, the median, the standard deviation, and the range. So here we have we have just 10 points of data, and we're going to use this data over here to process, and this is going to be our data set. So our first step is we have to put this into the calculator. So we'll go ahead and press Stat to open the statistics homepage, and then we're going to click on Edit because this will allow us to put in the data. Now there's already data in here, but it's not the data I want, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And you can just write over it, and that will allow us to change our data points, or if we have too many data points, then we can go ahead and just press the delete button, but I don't think we're going to need to because I think this data set is going to be larger than what I have in here already. And so we'll just go ahead and finish putting in the data. It's always good to verify that we have this data right. And so this is our data. We put all our data in L1, and it matches the numbers that we have here. Now, an important thing to remember is it's got to match exactly. The order doesn't matter, but the numbers do. If you have the wrong numbers, then the computer will do the right calculations, but it will give you the wrong number because of what numbers you put in. It's taking these numbers in to perform all of the calculations. Now, once we have that, we can go ahead and go back to Stat, and we're going to press over to Calc, and we want to calculate the one variable stat, so the one variable statistics. Press Enter. Our data is in L1. If we want to change that, we can by just hitting like second 2. So if we put our data in L2, or second 3 for L3 if we put our data in L3, but we put it in L1. So we're going to go second 1, put it in L1. We don't have a frequency list for this data set because all the data is just being used once. So we can go down to Calculate, hit Enter, and here it is. So this X bar here, that's our mean. Our mean is 42.2. This is the sum of all our X values. The sum of all our X values squared. Here's the standard deviation. This S sub X is the standard deviation for the data set if it was just a sample. This sigma X is our standard deviation if it was the population, so if it was everybody. This is N, how many data points are in the data set. This is our minimum value. This is Q1, our median, our Q3, and our max value. So the only ones that are left to calculate out would be our range, which is just our maximum value of 50, and minus our minimum value of 30. So 50 minus 30 is 20, so our range is 20. And our IQR, interquartile range, which is Q3 of 48 minus Q1 of 38. So we take 48 minus 38 gives us 10. So our IQR for this data set is 10.